this on these rosters, Doris. We see some elite guards on both teams.
Absolutely, Kevin. And the nice thing is these guards are both playmakers and scorers, and the teams rely heavily on their productivity.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. In at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. The guard spots filled by Quickly and Barrett. And it's Pirtle in at the center. So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, that's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
Barrett. Rebounded by the Pistons. They're in high post, and it's in there.
Oh, defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
And here's Quickly for three. Duran pulls it in. The kick out to Cunningham. Stewart with the screen on Barrett. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Kept alive. It's stolen by Barrett. Barnes outside. Pass to Ingram. Pirtle with a screen on Thompson. Ingram wide open. Off target from outside.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
And Barnes sends it back.
Send it back, Scotty Barnes. Show off that defensive acumen.
Fires from the wing. And it's Ingram missing.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
Duran the pass to Ivy. And here's Cunningham. Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. Stewart kicks to Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Duran. Stolen by Quickly. Last break. Here come the Raptors. And he lays it straight in.
Yeah, that's about speed for Emmanuel. Quickly just gets himself ahead of the pack.
Cunningham looking it over. And another turnover here by Detroit. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Quickly against Ivy. And it's Quickly missing.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
Thompson passes to Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
One thing I really like about Asar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. Driving the lane and the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, these coaches have told Emmanuel Quickly to be aggressive. Good things happen when he attacks.
Cunningham against Barrett. Latrey. Ivy with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
But I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Quick release from Scotty Barnes. My goodness, pre-shot preparation was on point.
Cunningham passes to Duran. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Pirtle.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Stolen by Thompson. 4-on-3 break. And Duran slams it in.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Ivy against Quickly. On the wing, Barnes.
This is a guy very willing to put his body on the line. Scotty Barnes gets that defense to commit and accepts the contact.
Doris, nowadays, we see lots of high school transfers amongst elite players. One example, Scotty Barnes.
No, exactly, Kevin. This young man attended 3 different high schools, and I think what each guy is trying to do is raise the level of competition.
Cunningham's shot is off. Toronto trailing, just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Thompson. To the middle. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Just a special offensive talent. We don't see guys like Cunningham come through the league that often.
Raptors trail by 4. On the wing quickly. Ivy defending. Pirtle comes up empty down low. Here's Thompson. And so the first quarter is in the books. Pistons lead by 4. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball, looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. The guard spots filled by Quickly and Barrett. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. And it's Ingram at the 3 spot. Cunningham's shot is off. And so Quickly will bring it up for the Raptors. 4-point game. And Barrett gets it to go.
Boy, how about that range from R.J. Barrett? Wow.
Cunningham for 3. Nailed from 3-point land. Cunningham's got 8.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pirtle's shot is off. Pistons leading by 4. And stolen by Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Wow, shake the building with that finish, Scotty Barnes. My goodness.
Cunningham drives in. Yep, it counts. Cunningham's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pistons.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Count it.
Well, with big hands and nice touch, Pirtle knows how to finish in the post. This guy has a lot in his arsenal.
Pass to Duren. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist in this one. Quickly against Ivy. From 13, it's stolen by Cunningham. One-on-one fast break. Back to Ivy. Duren with the screen on Quickly. Inside. Shot's good by Duren. Now it's a 6-point Piston lead. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
And yes, it's good.
And I love it when Ingram works for that high percentage look. Such a high basketball IQ.
Here's Cunningham for Barrett. And Cunningham with the basket on the assist from Duren. That's 12 points for Cade Cunningham. Quickly looking it over. Pass to Pirtle. The kick out to Barnes. Clock at 6. Raptors need to get a shot off for 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Ivy, no one around him. It's good from long range. Ivy's got 5.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now. Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you can see that quick twitch athleticism. Ivy is likely to spend a lot of time at the line in this league.
Raptors trail by 8. Now, here's Quickly. He's got 6. Ingram outside. Birtle sets the pick for Ingram. Here he goes. Detroit with the rebound. Duran's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Thompson passes to Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Ingram against Thompson. Ingram attacking. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
This guy is such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
And so is Detroit with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Karis LeVert is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Harris. Then there's Holland. And it's Reed in at the 5, down low. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
Here's LeVert. He gets that one. LeVert's got the lead up to 14 now for the Pistons.
At 6'7", Karis LeVert knows how to use that size, especially inside. He knows how to handle himself in there.
Drives to the hoop. Dick can't get it to go. LeVert kicks to Harris. Tries from 16. Rebound by the Raptors.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Beyond the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Amu Kalashvili has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Raptors. LeVert kicks to Harris. It's LeVert on the wing. Floats one, and the layup is good. LeVert's got 4 points this quarter.
Now, this is yet another example of the growth of Karis LeVert. You almost have to have that floater game in your arsenal.
Dick, that's good.
Boy, they'll take that possession. Nice finish in close.
Jacks up a 3. The shot comes out. Raptors trail by 9. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Some solid defense from Reed. Robinson for three. And the dunk by Reed.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
So much balance when Dick's in the air. Always able to square his chest and make a confident stroke.
And Duncan Robinson, good for three.
Some shooters might overthink a wide-open shot. Not this guy.
Stolen by LeVert. Robinson for three. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Robinson's got 6.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Back to Dick. Good work there as it goes. 8 points for Grady Dick.
Not just a jump shooter. Dick can operate inside that restricted area.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Commissioner Silver talked about health, and he said that some of the injuries that our young players are experiencing are overuse injuries. In earlier eras, players in school participated in different sports depending on the season. He said perhaps a return to that approach is warranted. Kevin?
Interesting thought. Okay, Allie, we thank you.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Here's Dick. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Dick's got 12 points here in the second half.
Yeah, nice job there. Just very lackluster defense.
Fires the three. And again, Duncan Robinson for three. And the Pistons lead by 18. Dick with it. He's picked up by LeVert. Here's Battle. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Harris passes to Robinson. Launches it. It's rebounded by Dick. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Shoots over Holland. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And off in time, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Detroit Pistons holding a big 18. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got Dick, and it's Mobo in at power forward.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
The three, and it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. Mamu Kelishvili has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Mobo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Detroit leading by 20. And here's Harris from the arc. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. Mamu Kelishvili has got 5 rebounds tonight. Count the basket.
The floater is a tougher shot than it looks, but boy, he makes it look effortless.
Robinson for 3. Mobo with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Harris. Outside for Robinson. Here's Reed. Harris outside. And here is Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Robinson's got 20 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
It's good. Detroit leading by 19. Picked him clean. Over to the wing. Here's Abaji. Rebounded by the Pistons. Harris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Robinson for 3. Mobo with the rebound. Raptors trail by 19. Pass to Abaji. It's intercepted. Three-pointer, Levert. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open, and yet somehow comes away empty.
And good that time.
Showing some strength on that finish. Dick is solid at converting there through contact.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Detroit leading by 16. Cunningham misses the 3. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Raptors. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. 1:46 left in the 4th quarter. Cunningham fires. He's off from 3.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And he slams it down with a one-arm hammer.
Might be undersized for a 4, but that vertical more than makes up for it.
Cunningham, it's good.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. We really got to give it up here for the Pistons.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Cade Cunningham.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
6 on the shot clock. And Cunningham with the slam.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Detroit with the ball. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Cunningham. Barrett rips down the rebound. Barnes against Stewart. Hurdle. Cleared away by Stewart. Ivy. Duran controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Tipped away. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball.
on 2K Sport. And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. And it's Green in at the 3. And for the Pistons, Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. Duran out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. And one thing we expect to see tonight, great guard play on both sides.
Well, these matchups can be so compelling. You know you're going to get elite ball handling, passing, shot creation. No question, this one's going to be entertaining to watch.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
All no good.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Ball against Cunningham. On the wing, Thompson. 5 on the clock. Takes it inside, and he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Well, it'll be fun to watch Asar Thompson develop over his first few years in the league.
To the inside, Bridges. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Stewart. Duran in the high post. And the dunk by Duran.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
Miller outside. Plumlee a screen. He got a piece of it.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duran, there's a chance it ends up back in your face. Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Green finds Plumlee. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And that's a clever foul choice. I mean, cuts off the dunk and sends him to the strike.
First trip to the line for him here. Second free throw, no good. And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Bridges, a screen on Thompson. Here's Ball. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
Counted from distance. Cunningham's got 5 points.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, and his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just feasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
And there's the call on the mellow Ball. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Here's Cunningham. Pass to Duran. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists tonight.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area. I love his versatility around the rim. That time with the reverse jam.
Mark that one. You know that's going to be replayed over and over again. It's worth it. Now here's Thompson. 6 points for him. Cunningham drives in. Count it. He's got 7.
Yeah, once he gets momentum going towards the rim, Cunningham is hard to veer off course.
Miller, the pass to Green. Ball taking his time here. And there's the lob. Can't finish the lob. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Pistons. 8-point game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. And here's Cunningham. 7 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Pass to Ivy. Stewart, a screen on ball. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Ball against Thompson. There's the screen. Ball passes to Miller. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Stolen by Miller. Now the Hornets moving it up. There's Ball with a 3. No good there. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Detroit on. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Pistons.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
Well, I've also really loved watching them connect from the in-between area. I mean, they're finding ways to do damage consistently from there.
Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Asar Thompson. And it's Duren in at the 5. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Yeah, and Cunningham there, able to shoot with his feet set. That's one he knows he can hit.
Here's Bridges. Yet to see a basket. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thompson with a steal. Ivy, left side. The 3. Here's Duren on the wing. Ivy takes a 3. Offensive rebound. Beyond the arc. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Green against Cunningham. And another shot. Pocket 6. And the layup is up and in. Cunningham's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, yeah, that's why he was the #1 pick back in 2021. Cunningham showing there that he can dominate games.
Ball outside. And he's going for the lob. Duren with a steal. Cunningham deciding where to go with it. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Well, that's where Cunningham does his best work, from the free throw line down.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets brand.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
Miller outside. Can they get it? It's deflected.
Well, I want to see more of this from Duren. Nice effort using his size to make an impact defensively.
Green. To the paint. And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Charlotte has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Ball passes to Miller.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Green with a screen on Cunningham. Miller against Cunningham. Charlotte gets it back. And stolen by Cunningham. The 3. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7. Showing no signs of letting up.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Green, the pass to Bridges. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Cunningham up top. Green covering. And that one's good. Cunningham's got 12 now in this quarter.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
Well, Grant, a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action, though.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future is still bright for Miller, and he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential. Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone. And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Driving inside. That one is off. Some solid defense from Stewart. And here's Ivy from the arc. Kept alive. Duran with a screen on ball. And here's Ivy from the arc. And out of bounds. Charlotte will have it.
Solid basketball.
The Hornets have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. And it's Ball on the drive.
And there's the athletic grace of LaMelo Ball. Poetic.
Fires the 3. And Ivy gets it to go on the assist by Cunningham. Ivy's got 8 points.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passes.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found it. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And so it's Detroit. A huge 24-point lead for them. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. Back to the game after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game. He has been everywhere.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And so in the game for the Hornets, they've got Spencer Dinwiddie, Knipple out there with Grant Williams. Then there's Colin Sexton, and it's Diabate in at the 5, roaming the paint. Sexton with it. He's against Reed. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And when a team is able to play different ways with lineup versatility, how valuable is that to you as a coach?
Well, look, B.A., the best teams simply have to be able to win in different ways. They've got to be able to win with their offense, win with their defense. They've got to be able to win in an up-tempo game. They've got to be able to win in a grinded-out half-court game. If you've only got one way you can win, the best opponents will be able to take that away. Versatility is a must.
And you look at Colin Sexton. Puts points on the board, Grant, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up.
Williams' shot is good.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
LeVert passes to Robinson, takes the 3. Diabate grabs the board. Hornets trail by 20. Williams in the post. Harris on him. Pass to Sexton. And he drives in. And he banks in the layup. Sexton's got 5.
Yeah, once Sexton takes that first step on the drive, he's not backing off.
Here's LeVert. Count that one. And the Pistons lead by 20.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Pure from 3-point range.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions. And defensively, they need stops.
Knipple with a bucket.
Yeah, I got a feeling Knipple's going to hit a lot of those in his career. He's got a terrific stroke from long range.
Here's LeVert. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. LeVert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Harris against Sexton to the left side wing. Dinwiddie outside. Banked it in off the glass.
Gotta love guards that can finish inside. Is Dinwiddie on that list? Absolutely.
And Stan, the Pistons' J.B. Bickerstaff, the runner-up last season for Coach of the Year.
Well, yeah, instead it went to Kenny Atkinson, who replaced him in Cleveland. But B.A. talking about landing on your feet, Bickerstaff showing again he can turn things around.
Sexton looking around. He's off on that one. Excellent D there from Reed. Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Dinwiddie. And they're running. Robinson with a steal. LeVert outside. Inside. Here's Reed. Back to LeVert. Nice move. Oh, a special move before that shot. LeVert's got 6.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
For 3, Sexton hits a three-pointer.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
LeVert finds Harris. Over Knippel. Outside to LeVert. Diabate grabs the board. Hornets trail by 13. On the wing, Sexton. Robinson defending. Fires the 3. The shot that time not on target.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Whew.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Williams with the screen. Here's Sexton. Diabate. Great positioning on the putback. Diabate's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Look, when you don't put a body on him, he makes things happen.
For 3, Robinson. No luck on that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. Isaiah Stewart out there with Jalen Duren. And it's Cunningham in at the point. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
Pass to Bridges. 4-3. Thompson pulls it in. Detroit leading by 11. Down low. And here's Cunningham outside. The 3-ball, no problem for Cade.
Measuring that corner triple very well. I like seeing Cunningham bury these types of shots.
Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose to dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Here's Stewart. Uses the glass on the layup. Stewart's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Well, this is where Stewart should look to score. He can be very effective down low.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Here's Ball. Tipped. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Will it go? And that's how you get it to go inside.
He gets inside right when he sees the opening. Got to attack when you have that chance.
Ivy outside. Now Stewart. From deep. Oh, he cannot hit. Hornets trail by 17. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. Diabate's checked in for Charlotte. And here are the Pistons. They're on a 12-4 run. Stewart, a screen on Green. Ivy outside. Puts up the tray. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 8 assists in the game.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Ball. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got 4 rebounds now. Thompson finds Stewart. For 3. Knocked loose.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Pistons.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Cade Cunningham.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
The open shot, Cunningham. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Second effort usually pays off. That's a hustle play by Stewart.
Whoa! Oh, sweet move. And that one is hammered home. Cunningham outside. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Miller outside. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 5. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. And stolen by Cunningham. So it's Detroit easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team.
Barnes back up the assist. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Plumlee is at center and Bridges next to him. And it's Green in at the small forward position. Here's Ball. That shot no good. Nice D from Barrett. The drive by Barnes. Takes a three. Barrett, no good. Here's the Hornets with the ball. And a deep three from Ball. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
Boy, excellent vision that time by Bridges to be able to make that pass. Really good, unselfish play there.
Here's Quickly. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Now, here's Ball. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Deadly in the pick and roll. LaMelo Ball can do anything out of that particular set. This time, calling his own number.
Takes it inside. Ingram wide open. Drills it from outside.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside Ball. Six to shoot. And Ball slams it in.
Boy, it's great seeing Ball finish with strength like that, showing off the athleticism with that rim-rocking throwdown.
Here's Quickly. Off target at the rim. Charlotte trailing. Miller outside. They kick it out to Green. It's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Miller. Clark, the future of the league is bright with the likes of Brandon Miller roaming the floor.
Yeah, I like him a lot. In 2024, he was 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting. Chet and Wemby were the 2 guys ahead of him, and we know how good both of those guys are. I think he's in a great position to continue to grow and potentially be an all-star.
Barnes right side. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Barnes, so physical inside. He can beat you down there as well.
There's Miller with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
Here's Quickly, and he goes in for the dunk.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And so it's Charlotte with it. The Raptors getting the bucket. Ball kicks to Miller. From past the arc, they get it back. And Ball stays with it.
Ball using his size that time to make things happen on the offensive boards.
Quickly against Ball. On the wing Quickly. He's got 6. Floats one up, and he lays it up and in. Quickly's got 8.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Miller with a screen on Barrett. And it's Ball penetrating.
Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
What a performance for Emmanuel Quickly. He has been the story for the Toronto Raptors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basket. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
I agree with you. I mean, they hit the ground running, had a strong start to the game that they're hoping they can manage the rest of the way.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Green is out there with Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the 5 spot. And Barrett slams it in.
And with this kind of momentum behind him, Barrett, a terror. Love seeing him hammer it home.
Diabate, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Into the lane. And there it is for him. He's got 10.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Barrett against Ball. Miller outside. Just 5 to shoot. Bridges sets the screen for Miller. And he slams it down right on top of Brandon Ingram.
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
Over the last 2 decades, Kemba Walker has been one of the few bright spots, Clark, for Charlotte basketball.
Yeah, you look back at his time there, he led the Hornets to their last 2 playoff appearances, Kevin. He retired as their all-time leading scorer, and now they're thrilled to have Kemba Walker back as a player enhancement coach.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you. R.J. Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player, he said, quote, as a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force the whole defense to collapse, and you can make easy plays to hit shooters. Kevin, back to you.
Playing with purpose. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. There at the pass to Ingram. Pull it in. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Miller surveying the floor. They set the screen. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Ingram outside. Lets the 3 fly. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
You know, Ingram is somebody you have to watch closely on the perimeter because he's improved his outside shot so much since coming into the league.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 6-point game. On the wing, Green. Ball against Ingram. Miller with a screen on Ingram. Such a wide open look. Ball's got 5 points now this quarter.
Flashing his long ball range. The defense has to guard Ball everywhere.
Green inside the 3-point line. Ball against Barrett. Ball dishes to Miller. Nice move. Driving the lane. And Miller throws it down hard.
And using his length to come right off the drive into the hoop there. Big time move by Miller.
Ball against Quickly. Here's the floater. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And another of these young, talented players out of Canada, R.J. Barrett, is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
That evens the score. Diabate's got his second basket of the night.
Gets it where he wants it and takes it up strong.
They set the pick. Stolen by Ball. Down low. It's deflected. It's stolen by Barrett. Here's Barnes. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Barnes has got his third basket of the night. For three, Bridges, and that one released in time, but no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Raptors lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And get ready for the fans. First shot, drums please. They're measuring up the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice performance by Emmanuel Quickly.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
We've got Jakob Poeltl. And it's Abaji in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Dick against Ball. Here's Dick. Yep, that one goes. Dick's got his first bucket of the night. Clark, more so than ever, NBA offenses are putting the ball in the hands of their stars and letting them go to work.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, that's because NBA offense is all about creating space, and usually your star players can do that with high-level skill, speed, shot-making, and playmaking. You can create it with strength as well, playing through a guy like Jokic, Giannis, and Luka.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Here he goes, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Out to the wing, to the inside, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
One of his specialties on display there, a nifty lead pass.
Here's Dick. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
And Plumlee kicks to Sexton. Back to Plumlee. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Plumlee's got the lead up to 1 now for the Hornets. Here's Abaji. Sexton grabs the board. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Hornets. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Plumlee sets the pick for Sexton to the paint. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Inside, here's Mobo. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Creating a high percentage look with a good decision on that pass.
Down low, Poeltl with the steal. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Back to you guys.
All for 1. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Kneppel setting the pick for Sexton. In the corner, Kneppel with it. Lets it go from the wing. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long. And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified identified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Plumlee with a screen on Dick. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Dinwiddie's so good at figuring out ways to get the defense to foul him. You just can't be careless defensively when you're guarding Dinwiddie.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Pirtle, he nails it, and we're tied up.
Hey, when Pirtle gets the rock deep inside, the defense is cooked. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
Knipple with it. Still yet to score. Williams passes to Sexton. 5 to shoot. And Sexton slams it in.
And how about the leaping ability there on the slam? I love how Sexton just rises up with confidence inside.
There's the drive, and the foul called on Grant Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Dinwiddie against Dick. Knipple with the rebound. The Hornets have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Plumlee sets the pick for Williams to the inside, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Williams likes to keep his options open. He'll find a teammate if he has a better look. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Pirtle with a screen on Dinwiddie. Driving in. Pirtle, the pass to back. The offensive rebound. Nice shot by Pirtle.
And Pirtle has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
There's Williams with the 3, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Bridges out there with Josh Green. And it's Diabate in at the 5 down low. And the dunk by Barnes.
And a big dunk there from a springy Barnes. He gets up fast there for the hammer.
Here's Ball. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Ingram. Miller grabs the miss.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the blooper.
Pass to Green. Now Ball. Miller sets a screen for Ball. Takes it inside, and Ball slams it in.
Hey, this mix of agility, instinct, athleticism, Ball able to drive right in for the big throwdown.
A 3 from Quickly. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Green with a screen on Ingram. And Miller throws it down home.
Oh, easy money for Miller. He just generates offense.
On the wing quickly. He's covered by Ball. And the layup is off.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
Outside, Green. Miller knocks down the 3.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass is coming.
There's the screen. Barrett, and he cans it in.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Miller sets a screen for Green. Shot clock at 6. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good for Miller.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Quickly against Ball. No good on the layup.
Not a lot you can say except fantastic job by the defense.
Ingram against Miller. Rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
There's the athleticism of Miller on display.
With the drive, and Bridges with the block. And Ball gets double-teamed. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That is his first foul of the game. Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
Spectacular. I mean, lights out shooting here down the stretch. All of a sudden now, they're in a position to win the game.
They've gotten hot at the best possible moment, putting on one heck of a run here now.
Chips it up. He parachutes in for the putback.
Man, sometimes it feels like Barrett wants it more than anyone else on the floor.
Green outside. Miller sets a screen for Green. Now Miller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ingram with the steal. Here's Barrett. Move off the glass.
And coming through in a big way, you have to love Barrett there, taking over down the stretch.
Now Ball.
Brandon Ingram. Second personal foul. 13 foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
And he drives in, and there's the dunk. Now here is Miller. Here's Ball. The long three. And so it's Charlotte with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging
week off to a great start. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForce will be joining us in just a moment. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. Jalen Duren out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Cunningham in at point.
Quite simply, Brandon Ingram is a point getter, so he will absolutely take those on the break.
Well, Tim, you hear about the move to positionless basketball. The Raptors are well equipped.
Yeah, they are loaded with athletic wings and interchangeable pieces, which gives them a high level of versatility.
And it's quickly with a miss. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. From behind the arc. And he buries his first look.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc.
And that one's good. Quickly.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
Pretty clever move by Cunningham, calling for the play to get himself some space to work with.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. Here's Ingram. Thompson with a steal. Cunningham deciding where to go with it. Back to Thompson. Now here's Cunningham. Clock at 6. Stewart, a screen on Barrett. Here's Thompson into the lane.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. BA, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And Duren with the basket on the assist by Cunningham. Duren's got his second bucket on the night. Quickly outside. They set a pick. Ivy with the defensive effort.
Well, the defense did just enough to force that miss because he is a good finisher.
To the middle. Stewart, no good. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. They trail by 6. Here's Mamukelashvili. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Here's Cunningham. Stewart, a screen on Barrett. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Tim, you've been vocal in your praise for Cade Cunningham, and rightfully so.
Well, BA, on any given night, Cade can be the best player on the floor. He scores, he makes plays, he rebounds, and he processes things quickly. He always seems to be under control.
Stewart finds Thompson. Stewart, screen on Ingram. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Launches it. And again, no good by Detroit. Toronto trailing. Driving in. Outside Barrett. From the arc. Duren with a rebound. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Here's Cunningham. Pass to Duren. And here is Thompson. Cunningham outside. And the layup is good off the glass. Cunningham's got his third bucket of the night.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
It's Quickly with a drive. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. An open look for Ingram. Again, the Raptors good for 2 more.
Ingram can be shifty, especially when he's operating out of the two-man game.
Stewart, a screen on Barrett. There's Cunningham with a three. The shot off that time. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Pistons. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Pistons.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been, just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
Setting the floor for Detroit. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Asar Thompson. And it's Duren in at center, filling out the middle. Stolen by Quickly. Launches it from deep. They get it back. Mamukelashvili passes to Quickly. And the foul on Jaden Ivey. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Thompson against Ingram. Outside Barnes. 4 on the clock. Second chance shot. And obviously we know so many kids dream of being a professional athlete. But when did that become a real goal of yours, Legs?
Well, B.A., honestly, about the age of 8, I thought I was headed for the major leagues. That all changed with a 7-inch growth spurt in one school year. Decided to try basketball for the first time, and man, am I glad I did.
And the Raptors miss again. The Pistons leading and keeping us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Brian, back to you.
A tone setter at that end. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Here's Ingram, following the score by Detroit. And stolen by Cunningham. Thompson with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Outside Ingram. Out to the right wing. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from 3. Ingram's got 7 points in the game.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
And since arriving in Toronto, his hometown, R.J. Barrett has seen his game take a step forward, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And in particular, his playmaking has gone to another level. If he can ever get his shot right, then he really will be off and running. I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Here's Quickly, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. And the call will be against Brandon Ingram. That's his first foul.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Duren the screen. There's Cunningham with a 3. Here's Thompson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Thompson's gotten 4 this quarter.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Quickly deciding where to go with it. And the layup falls. Give him 8 points now.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Ivy. Thompson passes to Cunningham. Duren with a screen on Barrett. Here's Cunningham. Cunningham going to work inside.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Pass to Barnes. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And this is how you finish inside. Barnes, I mean, he doesn't fear anyone close to the rim.
And that one's good. Cunningham's got 12.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
They set the pick. Barrett passes to Mamukelashvili. Kicks it out to Barnes. Lots of room. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. The Pistons lead by 3. Stewart, right side. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Durant in the high post. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Detroit on top, up 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans. Half-court shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game. He has been everywhere.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Nothing in this league more difficult to defend than a well-timed weak side cut.
We've got Grady Dick, and it's Mobo in at the 4 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising, in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Here's LeVert, and the officials call a traveling violation.
Well, I think that was a product of the pressure. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and it can lead to a turnover.
Raptors trail by 3. Here's Nick. Ooh, poked away. Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. For the finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
On the fast break, LeVert's energy is everything. He sticks with the play the whole way and sinks it.
Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Robinson with a double. Pass to Pirtle. Lays it up and banks it in. Pirtle's got 4 points in the quarter.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
Now here's Dick. He's scoreless. To the paint. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. That one on Reed. You know, Tim, both of Jakob Poeltl's parents played volleyball for the Austrian national team.
Yeah, he comes from an athletic family, and he certainly has a lot of agility for his size. And I think, B.A., in today's game, you need your big men to be able to move their feet.
Robinson with it. LeVert outside. Harris a screen. Puts up a 3. The offensive rebound. Outside Robinson. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Here's Battle. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Battle's got themselves on the board with a 3 there.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And now the big question, can they sustain the momentum?
Robinson against Dick. Harris, a screen on Dick. Robinson can't hit.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Picked by Pirtle. To the inside. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
And LeVert is a tremendous athlete. Once he gets into the lane, he's terrific at finding ways to finish.
Hurdle with a screen on LeVert. Dick got a hand on it. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harris.
Well, that is the definition of an unforced error. Very unfortunate, and the coach is going to have something to say about that.
Here's Battle, and it's Toronto with another.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's LeVert. There's the drive. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
With two hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Hurdle with a screen on LeVert, and it's Dick off the drive. Pass to Abaji, clock at 4. The three-pointer off the mark. For Detroit, they've gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
Here's Mobo. 30 seconds left in the third quarter here. There's the triple. The rebound by Detroit. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Lets it go. And again, it's Detroit converting.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Hurdle with a screen on Robinson. And we've reached the end of the third. Pistons ahead, up by 4. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. Isaiah Stewart out there with Duran. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. And Toronto has possession. Following the score by Detroit. Mamukelashvili passes to Quickly. The 3 is up. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Duran. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Quickly. Deflected. Barrett against Cunningham. Out left to the wing. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Cunningham. The 3 ball, no problem for Cade. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room that can rally a franchise. And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
Ingram, the pass to Mamukelashvili, misses from short range. Detroit leading by 12. And here's Ivy from the arc. Rebounded by Ingram. And a fast break now for the Raptors. Here's Barrett, and he goes in for the dunk.
He's an opportunistic scorer in the open floor. Barrett makes sure to take advantage of these chances whenever he can.
Here's Stewart. Stewart, a screen on Barrett. Ooh, he leaves no question.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
Stolen by quickly. Yes, sir! Moving quick and a great assist in transition.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Now Ingram takes a three, knocks down the trifecta.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
It's good from beyond the arc.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
It's tipped.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duran, there's a chance it ends up back in your face. You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Stolen by Ivy. Cunningham against Barrett. Cunningham into the lane. Barrett with a rebound. Raptors trail by 12. Let's loose for three. Stewart with a rebound. Detroit has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Pistons.
They really had things going. Their offense carried them tonight, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., tonight, simply they won the battle of the field goal percentage. I mean, it made all the difference.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, no doubt, he was the most impactful player for their offense tonight.
Now here's Thompson. Outside Duran. Oh, he misses the layup. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Barnes in the post. He's watched by Cunningham. Using the glass to lay it in. Cunningham! And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Ivy fires. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the
paper. For this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, just so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with Jalen Duren. And it's Thompson in at the 3. Green passes to Bridges. It's hauled in by Stewart. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Now, here is Miller. Left side, Ball. Back to Miller. Pass the ball. Clock at 6. Here is Plumlee. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And the Hornets trying to build a foundation doors. As we know, there are no quick fixes.
And I know that's tough for fans to hear. They've already endured so much losing with this organization. But the bottom line is, Kev, you know this. Talent wins in this league. And it's not just some talent. You need a lot of it.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all 3 levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
Duren with the screen on Green. Here's Cunningham. Duren trying to break free. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now, here is Miller. Rebound, Detroit. Cunningham looking it over. Pass to Duren. And here's Stewart. Ivy, no one around him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Here's Ball. And the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now, here's Cunningham. 6 points for him. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Pass to Bridges. Looks for Miller. Gets it to him. And stolen by Thompson. Now, Stewart. Over in the corner, Cunningham. There's 1:17 left here in the opening quarter. Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here's Green. Nothing on the board. Miller kicks to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. A free throw off from Plumlee. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Pass to Stewart. Miller grabs the miss.
Boy, he won't miss many of those, but it certainly happens and did there.
And Miller throws it down hard.
Oh, easy money for Miller. He just generates offense.
Here's Cunningham. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Hornets trail by 4. Miller surveying the floor. Green with a screen for Miller. Pass to Plumlee. Outside, Green. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Detroit. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. The wing pair we'll see going is going to be Ivy and Thompson. Jalen Duren is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard position.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Now, this is what you love about having length in the backcourt. That 6'7" frame. Go ahead and finish, LaMelo.
Doris, when you look at the numbers of Miles Bridges, he is a bona fide 20-point-per-game player.
And, Kevin, that's a big statement. It is not easy to score 20 at this level on a nightly basis. To extend that over several years is the sign of good things to come.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And they double up Cunningham. The shot by Ivy, no good. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Trailing by 2. Shots good by Miller.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
Here's Cunningham. In the corner, Ivy with it. Sinks the triple. Ivy's got 6.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
It's Miller on the wing. Covered by Cunningham. And it's Miller penetrating. In the corner, it's Bridges. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Bridges has got the game tied up here for the Hornets.
Well, the best way to respond to a 3 is with your own 3. Miles Bridges have at it.
Back to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
The assist.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Miller outside. Hall with a wide open look. And it's the Hornets another 3.
Well, LaMelo Ball in the catch-and-shoot game. He says, I can get off the ball as well.
Cunningham gets the bucket. He's got 11.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Ball against Thompson. Pass to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Right at the free throw line. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's Cunningham with the drive. Stewart passes to Cunningham. Stewart with the screen on Ball. The shake. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And so Stewart nails both of them. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And it's Miller penetrating. Here's Diabate. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Detroit.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
2 points, that one goes.
Just a special offensive talent. We don't see guys like Cunningham come through the league that often.
The Pistons have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. Here's Miller. And Thompson sends it back. And they'll get another chance. Green kicks to Miller. Pass to Diabate. Bridges outside. 6 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Ball from long range. Trains the three-pointer. Ball's got 8 points in the quarter.
This guy is always ready to shoot the three. LaMelo's so confident from distance.
Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got 7 rebounds in the game. Cunningham for 3. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Pistons on top, up by 5. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
We've got Spencer Dinwiddie. Knipple out there with Grant Williams. Then there's Sexton. And it's Diabate in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Charles Lee. Outside, Sexton. No good with the triple. Detroit leading by 5. Robinson dishes to Reed. And he uses the glass on the layup. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
And the Hornets making a change here. Lumley's checked in. Charlotte has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Dinwiddie against Robinson. Dinwiddie passes to Plumlee. To the middle. And slammed in by Plumlee.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Pass to LeVert. Here's Holland. Outside Robinson. Hits it from three-point range. Robinson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pistons.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Plumlee sets the pick for Knipple. Down low. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. This is his second trip to the free throw line. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Robinson passes to Reed. Back to Robinson. Reed, a screen on Sexton. 5 on the clock. Reed, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Dinwiddie. And Plumlee kicks to Dinwiddie. On the wing, Williams. Fires from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside, Robinson. Pass to Harris. Out to the right wing. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Pistons lead by 8.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Back to Robinson. Lets it go from deep. Plumlee with the rebound. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
Now you see the agility, the footwork, the guile that Spencer Dinwiddie brings to the table. Make that shot and draw the contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
A nice shot by LeVert.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
LeVert against Sexton. Pass to Kneppel. Plumlee sets the pick for Kneppel. Shoots the 3. Good on the triple. Kneppel's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, Kneppel projects as an elite shooter whose range and quick release make him a constant threat.
Inside. Pistons passing it around. Back to Harris. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. 23 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Kneppel. Back to Sexton. From outside, off the mark. Outside, Robinson. That will count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with Thompson. And it's Duren in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Miller, the kick out to Ball. Off target with his 3. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Ball feeling it out a bit. Out to Miller. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. Cunningham passes to Duren. Here's Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
Ball against Thompson. Outside, Ball. They kick it out to Green. Back to Ball. That shot off. Good D by Thompson. Pistons leading by 5. Cunningham with it. And it's Miller picking him up. So the wing on the left. Pass to Thompson. Knocked away. Bridges with the steal. And here's Miller. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Not afraid to work on the interior. Mr. Miller, go ahead.
Knocked loose, and Detroit with another turnover here. And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in. Hornets trail by 3. The drive-by ball. It's stolen by Duren. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it.
And you see that motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
Ball against Thompson. Now Miller. Here's Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. It's off target. Ivy. Off target from outside.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Buries the alley-oop.
High-stakes moment, and Miles Bridges does not shy away. Go ahead, young sir.
Green against Cunningham. Stewart outside.
2 minutes remaining.
Cunningham against Green. Stewart outside. Missed on the 3. Hornets trail by 4. Outside ball. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Here's Bridges. Plays it in off the window.
Oh, it's exactly what you want to see from Miles Bridges. Assert himself, use that frame to convert through contact.
Stewart outside. Now Cunningham. Duren with the screen on Green. Cunningham drives in. And that one is good.
Oh, that is big time by a big-time player. Cunningham loves the moment.
Miller against Cunningham. Here's Bridges. It's good.
Oh, you just love seeing a player.
The coach's challenge has been
Stance. The more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
the wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in, they've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForge on the sideline.
Hey, team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thank you.
And that bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop now may just seal the deal.
Cunningham against Miller. From deep, now Green. Miller, right side. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
I'll tell you, delivering the basketball in tight spots is not easy, but he made it look that way.
So it's the Hornets who come out on top. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are...
Tonight, Grant, neither has been playing to their potential as of late.
You know, you can really sense the desperation in the air. A win here would be a big step in the right direction for either squad. In BA, a loss could set them back even further.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. Quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. And it's Ingram in at the small forward position. Here's Ball. Following the three-point basket by Toronto. Pass to Miller. Shot clock at 6. Bridges, a screen on Ingram. Out to Bridges from behind the arc. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Quickly with the ball. Picked by Pirtle. Fires for 3. The rebound by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. It's a three-point game.
You know, Grant, with Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and OG Anunoby all winning on new teams, you wonder, did the Raptors have to blow it up?
You know, BA, it's a fair question, but Toronto's front office saw a ceiling. So the question is, can they do better with this rebuild? And it remains to be seen.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. As far as Brandon Ingram goes, Coach believes that space is the key. He told me, quote, if we can close the gap, there aren't as many tools that he can go to, especially if we have a second defender to throw an occasional arm out. Percentages drop quite a bit in those cases. Guys, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. 4 on the clock. Knocks down the long J.
Defense must honor Ball's three-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
Green against Quickly. Barnes with a screen on Green. The 3 from Quickly. Knocks it down from distance. Quickly's got 6.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Quickly drives in. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going. operating from mid-range. That's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Hurdle with a screen on ball. Barrett rips it home off a terrific move.
Yeah, team effort pays off with a bucket. And nice work by Barrett using the pick to his advantage.
Ball into the lane. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Ball's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
And it's quickly with a miss.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
Well, Clark, what's something that sets Miles Bridges apart from his fellow NBA players?
How about we start with toughness? I mean, he's a physical presence out there. He loves a challenge, highly competitive. I like his physicality on the wing. He invites contact, and he's not shying away from anybody.
And here's Charlotte now. The Raptors making their last shot. It's Miller with a drive. Pass to Plumlee. This one for three. And Miller the bucket on the assist by Plumlee. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
Quickly deciding where to go with it. Let's go with a three. That miss makes him 3 for 7. Ball against Barrett. Here's Ball. Here's Bridges. Banked it in off the glass.
And given the height advantage, it's no surprise he was able to score.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Hornets out in front. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back right after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the Hornets, what's your take so far?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Green out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Hornets 5. And that one's good. Quickly.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Barrett against Ball. There's a screen. High arcing shot. Ball in the paint.
And LaMelo saw the defense and went right to the floater. That's a heads-up play.
Raptors trail by 4. And one unfortunate distinction for the Hornets. Clark, the only NBA team to never win their division.
And to add to that, the second lowest number of playoff appearances after the Pelicans. And, you know, BA, with no immediate postseason prospects, Charlotte fans have to understand this is going to be a process that takes some time.
Now here's Bridges. Shakes him. Hurdle grabs a miss. Outside Barrett. He takes it in, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And Barrett's teammates and coaches love when he shows some edge, slashing to the rim with purpose.
Miller on the wing, covered by Ingram. Quickly against Green. The 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Barnes feeling it out a bit. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Miles Bridges.
Man, such a presence in close. Barnes fighting through the whistle and getting his.
The first free throw is good. A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Grant.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters. And he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
Yep, that one's good. Ball's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, that's a nice effort from Ball in the paint that time, working hard to find a way to get that shot off.
Barrett against Ball. And it's Barrett off the drive.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Here's Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
And you look at Ingram, and he is just so long, covering a ton of space. Exceptionally fast in transition, too. Miller bouncing with some flavor to the rack.
For Toronto, they've gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Quickly against Green. Outside Barnes. Over Green. Nice move inside from Barnes.
Inside is where Barnes is most effective, taking point-blank shots.
Miller on the wing, covered by Ingram. Bridges, a screen on Ingram. Here's Miller.
Oh, my goodness! Disrespectful. B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
And just a crafty move to get free for the dunk.
Yeah, he's not just trying to score. He's trying to embarrass someone.
Yeah, he was one step ahead of him the entire way.
Such a gutsy player. Barrett takes on challenging defenders in style and stays in control.
Here's Ball. Diabate controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Hurdle with a screen on Ball. R.J. Barrett again. Barrett's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Yeah, this is the kind of scorer Barrett can be. When he's playing to his strengths, he can catch fire.
Lets it go from deep, and the three-pointer goes. Quickly against Green. Puts up a 3. No good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Charlotte on top, up by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. We've got Grady Dick, and it's Mahmoud Kanashvili in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Grant, in recent years, we've seen the pace of the NBA game increasing.
Yeah, it stagnated in the 90s, but it is back. We're still not at the frenetic pace of the 1960s when we'd see over 120 possessions a game, but the efficiency is at an all-time high.
Now here's Dick. Pass to Battle, jacks up a 3. He buries it from 3. Battle's got his first 3 points of the game.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Here's Knipple. Back to Dinwiddie. Just 5 to shoot. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
I can't find an excuse for letting Dinwiddie get this positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you're toast.
Outside Dick. On the take. Ooh, tried to dunk it home, but he drew the foul. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
With the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
The Hornets making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. Both free throws good from Dick. And while the Raptors are rebuilding, they're not bottoming out like some teams out there, Grant.
Yeah, they have some pieces. I mean, some young guys who can really play. And with the lottery odds flattened out in the play-in tournament, that middle road is more agreeable than in years past.
Now here's Sexton. Still no points. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
The Hornets are led by head coach Charles Lee, who was a two-time champion as an assistant coach.
Yeah, that's exactly right, B.A. He won a title as an assistant coach with the Bucks in 2021. Then another as the top assistant for the Celtics in 2024. And that's exactly why Lee was brought to Charlotte, to establish and build a winning culture.
Here's Sexton. The Raptors making their last shot. Pass to Plumlee. Here's Knipple. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Sexton's got 5 points.
I love that hoop from Colin Sexton. Don't settle, young man.
Here's Abaji. Check by Sexton. Mamukelashvili fires in the triple.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
The Hornets with a lead. Sexton looking around. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Plumlee a screen. That one's good for 2. Sexton's got 7 points for the quarter.
And the pick and roll was a good decision by Sexton. He's got solid playmaking instincts.
Dick with it, picked up by Plumlee.
2 minutes.
Dick against Dinwiddie. Nifty move. 2 points. That one goes.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And here's Dinwiddie. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They lead by 1. A minute 37 left to play in the third. Sexton a screen on Dick. Dinwiddie passes to Sexton. The layup misses. Toronto's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. There's the drive. Here's Abaji, and he banks in the layup.
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake. Nice work.
Charlotte has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. It's Dinwiddie on the wing. Back to Sexton. Plumlee a screen. Sexton goes in, and that one is stuffed right through.
The nimbleness of Sexton on the drive makes him tough to stop. He can just squeeze right past you.
Here's Dick. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Dick's got his second basket of the night. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Sexton, that's good. And the Hornets lead by 1.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. 16 seconds left in the third. Uses the glass on the layup.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
Williams with the screen. And he drives in. That one drops for him. Williams has gotten his first points in this one.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. It's the Hornets. They're up by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. And it's Green in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Quickly's got 2 of his 6 threes to go. Now Ball. Down low. Here's Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
And I understand we're seeing some potent offense, but you have to put up more of a fight defensively.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Wow. Barnes straight down the lane for the jam. And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
The shot by Pirtle, no good. Charlotte leading by 3. Miller finds Ball. Back to Miller. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Green against Quickly. From outside the arc. Ball with the rebound.
That is not the shot you need to be looking for when you're trying to break out of a slump.
Plumlee a screen. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And Charlotte making a change here. Diabate's checked in. Ball against Barrett. Takes it from 10. The jumper is good.
Ball showing a lot of effervescence on the offensive end, and it's probably infectious for the rest of his squad.
It's Quickly with a drive. Down it goes.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
And they barely get to retain possession. Many times, that's a turnover.
Mamukelashvili's checked in for Toronto. Barrett against Ball. Here's Green. Now Bridges. Now Miller. He nails it with the shot clock winding down.
Bouncing big time for the alley-oop that time. Miller showing off his house.
Miller comes with a double. Now Ingram. Bridges pulls it down. Hornets leading by 7. Outside Miller. Sweet move, and he lays it in.
Huge night for Miller. We're seeing exactly why he went second overall. Brandon can take over a game.
Quickly drives in. Oh, he misses the layup. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Oh, ho, ho! That's a man on a mission right there.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And that's a pretty savvy move by Barnes, pulling the defender into him.
Both free throws good from Barnes. On offense, here are the Hornets. They're on a 14-6 run. Oh, touches it off the glass.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Hornets.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they've made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that anytime momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Brandon Miller.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
And stolen by Green. Here's Bridges. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Barrett. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. A competitive game, you have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up.